Oh, I see. I got an issue.
Well, good morning. Welcome back. We are waking up late. There's Craig with his cooler full of mountain bike stuff. This is Craig's house. We are in Lawrence, South Carolina, and we rode at Croft State Park last night. Had some mechanical issues with the gimbal, which I need to figure out how to sort out, because I just, it's so hot and I'm sweating and the sweat's getting into the gimbal and the motor starts going crazy. It's ridiculous. So I got some good ideas. Buddy of mine, Alan, suggested chapstick, a little light chapstick around there, just something to seal it. I'm a little concerned about that with moving parts, so just gonna really try to avoid the sweat in the gimbal today. But we are off to Paris Mountain and we're gonna go hit up about 12 to 14 miles of trail, supposedly a lot of climbing and then a long extended downhill. So I'm excited to hit that place up and let's go hit it. Let's find someplace in the shade to park. Spot looks good right here. All right, all right, connector trail, leaving the parking lot at Paris Mountain. Craig's still messing with his phone and his app. He's all geared up, loving the gear. Yeah, how can you not love the gear? All right, so this is Lake Placid right down here. Not New York, not also Lake Placid from the movie, where there's a giant alligator that eats people. This is just a different Lake Placid. Paris Mountain, South Carolina. We got a long way to go to get to the top. Now Craig's ridden this a bunch. Flat turns. Oh, they got this cool amphitheater. That's awesome. It'd be great listening to some bluegrass out here. The fire pit. I need to get warmed up. Oh, I am not feeling the corners early on here. Oh, no feet down there. We cleaned that one. That was good. Yep, small little pedal strike, but we cleared it. There we go. Woo! It's funny, Craig's back there talking to his camera. I'm up here talking to my camera. Here we are together on the trail, not talking to each other. We're talking to you people out in the interwebs because we love you. I told my girlfriend yesterday, the day before, that one of the reasons why I make these videos is that we have a 9-month-old son. And I want him to have an opportunity to go to YouTube whenever he wants and be able to see his father in younger years doing a lot of the things that maybe he does now. So already we've gotten into some really fun stuff. Some optional fun stuff. I got a little maybe pedal mishap. Let me check this real quick. cares?
Oh, I see. I got an issue.
First mechanical, this is a major mechanical. Pedal felt loose, took it out, and the through shaft on my damn crank arm is stripped. Pedal won't go in at all. Just, you can push the whole thing right in. So I'm gonna have to try to limp out of here like this, and that's gonna conclude our ride for the day. Son of a beeswax.
That was quick.
I know. For some reason, the threads in my through shaft on my crank arm are completely stripped.
Not good, hungry.
I don't know if I jacked that up and I did something wrong changing, putting those crank arm boots on, and I cross-threaded it or what I did, but it's completely stripped in there. So I don't know if they can re-thread it. I don't know if they can, or if I just need to replace the crank arms, one or the other. But here we have it. Now I'm resorted to hiking out my bike. We only made it about 1.5 miles in, so 1.5 miles back out to the parking lot. And then on a Sunday in Greenville, I hope there's a bike shop open because we're gonna go check out some crank arms. So we'll take you along for that. And this ride video is gonna turn into my first mechanical video where I've got to hike my bike out of the woods. So I don't know if we were 1.5 miles in or not, because we've now been hiking our bikes for 3 hours.
Yeah, right.
And I don't know where the parking lot is. I think we're lost somewhere in Paris Mountain, and all these cars drive by. Nobody will stop and help. It's terrible. I'm just kidding. The last video was like 4 minutes ago. Parking lot's around the corner. Fooled you. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a downhill slope. So we're gonna one pedal ride this thing. And I've kind of figured out how to ride the bike with one pedal. Oh, as I almost fall. Ah! One pedal. So I've got it in my toughest gear. My right foot's on the pedal. My left foot is on the tip of the crank arm. And I just get it enough of a push to get the other pedal around. That's all she wrote. Couldn't get up the rest of this slope. All right, peace. All right, so we just got a tip that Piney Mountain Bike Lounge is open. So we're gonna Google how to get there, head there, and see if we can get this bike situation fixed up. Piney Mountain Bike Lounge, bikes, beer, gear. Hopefully they can solve my problem. Let's take a look. What's going on, man? I have an issue. What's up, man? I'm Scott.
Mason.
Mason, I stripped out the through thread on my crank arm.
Okay.
And I lost a pedal.
Gotcha.
So I'd like to try to get that situated.
You need it done today?
I'd love to.
So our mechanics don't come in on Sundays.
Okay.
They don't leave.
All right, swing and a miss here at Piney Mountain. So now we've got to head on down the road to Traveler's Rest, about 15 minutes away. I don't know how close my face was to the camera right there. If it was real close, I apologize. But we're gonna head up the road to Traveler's Rest to Sunrift. They got what we need in stock. We just called over there, so we're gonna head that way. All right, stop number 2. We are at Sunrift Adventures.
Well, today's mishaps and adventures all stem from installing crank arm boots incorrectly. In a previous video, I explained how to install those and what would happen if you installed them incorrectly, which that footage came from this video you're watching today. I will link that video at the very end of this one. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Sunrift Adventures, Traveler's Rest, South Carolina. Pretty sweet shop. They have everything from kayaks to camping to hiking to rock climbing to biking. So pretty stellar place. Reminds me a lot of that online store called Lootleggers, just as fantastic. So they were definitely able to help me out. Now it's time for some grub. So let's go get some food. You!